Okay, I'm here for the last match. I'm against Mono Red Burn after the last slog. I'm a little disappointed. I really wanted the pair up. One, because I would get better tiebreakers, but also because the 4-0 player right now is playing Grixis control, and I think that would... I think that would be a really good matchup for me because they have basically no graveyard hate. They're not running a Thassa's Oracle combo, so I think I would have a very good matchup against them, but wasn't meant to be. So I'm against Mono Red. No one-drop is a little rough, but hopefully I'll be able to do enough to slow him down. I can hopefully Moonblast for Meat Hook. Okay, so they probably have a burn spell here, but I'm not going to not play my cards, so I'm fine just playing into it. They did nothing. Okay, that's a very good sign. They didn't even want to use the blood? Okay, that's pretty bad, actually. Okay, that makes sense. And another land. Crap. Well, at least, like now they can shock my face and also kill my creature. That is pretty bad, you know. I can Cleric for... So I could just go for Meat Hook Massacre, but I don't even know if I really want it. I could just pass, actually, and I Ganjo something. I don't hate this idea, actually. Well, no, because if they don't play a haste creature, then this play is really bad. I just waste all my mana for no reason. So, yeah, I'm just going to play the Cleric. It is what it is. I could just get Verdant Dread here and try to outlast them. I kind of like the idea of just getting Verdant Dread here. I'm going to do that. Plus I can play Can't Stay Away on the Cleric later. Maybe. And that will, then I can get Meat Hook Massacre. So I can still have access to the Meat Hook Massacre if I need it. Chandra. I hope they just plus. Oh, they plus for mana. Okay. Heartfire my face? Okay. I'll just Skyclave Chandra then. Sure. Ooh, that's... I guess they could kill it with this. So that's not great. I don't. I think I just want to be careful with my life total, so I think I'm just gonna play. Can't stay away on the cleric. And get Meat Hook Massacre. Oh crap! I wanted to play Verdant Dread. I can actually just hold up Iconjo here. That's fine. That's pretty good. I could Meat Hook for 1, but then they kill both of these, and that's not great. I really screwed that up last turn, didn't I? I think I'm just gonna play Enduring Innocence, Verdant Dread, and just hope that I don't die. Okay, so I got them to use that. So now they get a 4/4. But my Meat Hook can kill that. Ooh, okay. Oh, that's actually not an issue. Because of, it'll die before I gain the life. Okay. Okay, so I block here. And I Meat Hook for 4. And gain 3. And now I'm just chilling. Sorry, thought someone was at my door. I don't know if you can hear that. I probably should have tried to play Felia here. Okay, that's good, I think. I want to make sure I don't just die to, like, Sundering Eruption. Which is why I want to play Welcoming Vampire. Yes. And probably hold up Iganjo as well. And Felia, so I'll just pass here. Excuse me. Okay. Just trying to see what the fastest way to get this done is. I'll just drop some creatures and play. I'm sorry if I'm not talking as much because especially after the last match, like my voice is kind of out of it. Do I just win? If I just attack with everything, they can block 3 things. 2, 3, they take 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. They're probably just dead here. What can I get with Fauna Shaman that can make them even more dead? I could just get Yawgmoth and kill their whole board. Sure. No, I'm not. I'm just gonna get like Guide of Souls here and gain a million life, and then I can actually jump. Yeah, if I get Guide of Souls, then I just jump Buxton and hit the Dragon's Rage Chandler, and that's lethal. Alright, it's extra lethal. Kill this, and then jump Buxton, and that's going to be 6, and that's going to be lethal. Felia hits you. Put Buxton in the air. And that's lethal. That looks good to me. Also, you listening to this can't hear it, but I figured out how to separate the music and the game audio, so I've got some very nice music going right now, which is probably encouraging me to talk less, but I enjoy having it. It makes the games a lot more relaxing and fun, so that's pretty good. The next thing I'm looking at is figuring out how to stream. I tried to do that once, and I had a bunch of like audio issues. But since we have no tournaments next week, I may take some time and figure out how to do it so that, you know, if there's no official stream, I can stream, and that might be fun. All right, more lands are not great. I don't really just want to jam the Emperor. I'll just play this, that's fine. Maybe I am supposed to jam the Emperor and let it die so I can unearth it next turn. That's probably true, honestly. But here we are. Ooh, Tassiger. I'll just play the Emperor. Give me this land. Oh, it's dead. Shocker. Let me pull up this deck list, see what's going on. Bunch of burn spells, bunch of creatures, like 30 lands, 30 creatures, 30 burn spells. Perfect. Okay, well, I'll go for Tassiger here. Hopefully a 4/5 is kind of hard to deal with. Fury? Is this going to be Evoke Fury and play a burn spell on this? Am I about to get a 3-for-1? And see, okay. Yawgmoth, ooh, that's a good card. Oh, I could unearth my Emperor Bones and steal their Fury. Oh, that's kind of nasty. I don't even think I want to do that though. Like, I'll just play Yawgmoth and say go. just a pass. Perfect. Oh, cleric. I'll just play a Curse Marauder here. Actually, if they kill my Marauder in response to the trigger, it would make me sack Yawgmoth. So actually, maybe this is kind of bad. I should have thought about that for a second. Oh yeah, they're gonna do it, okay. Though, this is not really that bad. Draw a card. I kill their thing. I forget to fetch before I play my cleric, the classic. I just want life gain, right? I think I just get Enduring Innocence. Because it has a lifelink. Because I'm just trying to not die to like 3 burn spells. Oh, I should have unearthed before combat. Oops, I forgot. That's okay. Fate. Okay, that's fine. Now I'm just gonna get Fury, and are they dead? Oh, I can get him to 1. Because this will be 4, the Fury will be 6. So that's 10, and then this is 5, so that's 15 damage. I don't have a way to kill it, but that's okay. Put him to 1, he'll be dead next turn. I'll have 12 life. Life, a blocker, and a Swords Up. Ball Lightning? Oh, hell yeah. Oh, that's so cool. I don't think I've thought about this card in like a decade. I didn't realize this was in, I guess this was probably in like the special side set of Foundations. I don't think it was in the main set, but that's cool. I mean, it's probably not a bad card in this deck, honestly. Like, this thing has surely killed somebody. All right, 2-0. Ending 4-1. Yeah, not bad. Here, I'll pull up this deck list and talk about it for a minute. I haven't actually recorded my introduction yet. So whatever's at the beginning of this is going to be made with the benefit of hindsight, but I don't think my opinion has changed that much since the beginning of the event. All right, here, I'll report first, because that's responsible. Okay. Let's see, I want to see, did the Grixis control deck 5-0 for Grixis? Interesting. I wish I would have gotten this matchup. I think I totally could have beat this. But I mean, I did lose in game, so, you know, I lost in round 3, so, you know, I forfeited that that privilege. Anyway, so yeah, I think the changes I made were good. Moonboss Cleric felt I mean, I don't think I ever drew it in like some very well. I did have it in against the Lands deck to get Meat Hook Massacre, which ended up being very helpful. I also put this card in. I've been kind of down on this card for the past, I don't know, 6 months to a year. But the way, like, there are a lot of decks right now against which this card is very good, and it just like, because this deck goes so long, having a Wrath and having a creature that you can tutor for that can tutor for the Wrath is pretty nice. And I mean, the life loss and life gain can be really relevant. I've had quite a few games that have come down to getting my opponent down to like 1 or 2, which shouldn't really happen that often, but against like these control decks, or like these slower mid-range decks, it can totally happen. I think there will be more graveyard hate at some point. A lot of decks are doing this sort of thing right now. I mean, I'm doing this thing right now. I know a lot of other people are doing similar things right now. Though actually, not that many in reality. So maybe if there's not a large uptick in graveyard hate, I think this deck will be fairly strong. As far as matchups go, I think like the blue-white control matchup is quite good. The other control matchups, like I did lose the third match and it did not look good, but I mean in game 1 they just natural comboed me. So anything with Tainted Pact and Thassa's Oracle is probably going to be a bad matchup, but any control deck without those cards is probably going to be a very good matchup in general. The generic aggro decks, I think in general this deck does very well into aggro decks. Low curve, lots of creatures, fantastic late game, Guide of Souls, and lots of ways to tutor for it. So you really don't have a lot of issues with aggro decks that often. So as far as beating like those basically any Thassa's Oracle Tainted Pact deck, there's a few cards I could try. One of the big ones is Grief, which I don't have in right now, but I could definitely see adding it because it would be so good in that matchup in particular, just having another piece of hand disruption. That's why I added Thoughtseize as well. I originally didn't have this in because I'm not super high on it, especially in decks that require a certain density of cards that do a certain thing, like because we have cards like Chthonian Nightmare. You know, Chthonian Nightmare and Thoughtseize really don't work well together at all. Like that's a pretty horrendous grouping, so you really want to have as many cards as you can that work with your most powerful pieces. But I think because the combo and combo adjacent matchup is pretty bad, I think that makes Thoughtseize good enough. And I think the same could be said for Grief. I don't know what I'll cut. I'm not really sure what to do about Agatha's Soul Cauldron. This deck doesn't actually have that many abilities. It did almost win me a game in the third match, but it does feel kind of low impact. And like this deck doesn't actually have that many activated abilities. Like it's like Yawgmoth is probably the best one to hit, but after that it's like Fanatic Avronis, Fauna Shaman, Jet Collector, Veko, Fiend Artisan, White Deathrite Shaman. So that's like 8 creatures. I guess Tassiger as well, but Tassiger's ability is not that good, so I'm not super interested in getting that. Like 8 is some amount, but it's not enough to the point where I feel like I'm consistently getting value out of this, especially if my opponent doesn't have anything that I want to get. So I'm not sure about this one. Puppet Raiser as well. I mean, this card does like get you a decent amount of value. It is like a good value piece, and like you really want cards that can make sure that you get value to take over in the mid to late game, but I don't know if this is really good enough at that. So excuse me, there's a couple different things I'm thinking about. I think Stitcher's Supplier will stay, and I think because it's just 1 mana, and it's such an efficient way to get a ton of cards in your graveyard, and it blocks. I think it ends up being worth it, though it's not phenomenal. A Satyr Wayfinder. Satyr Wayfinder could maybe go, like, I mean, playing this on 2 does feel pretty good, making sure you hit a land drop. I do have a somewhat low, like, actual land count, which makes it a little bit worse, but not that much worse. I don't know. There's a couple different things you can go, but overall, I think this deck is actually pretty good, and it has a lot of good matchups, especially if people aren't planning for it and playing, like, building their decks in order to be good against this. I think the certain mid-range matchups could also be bad. I lost to Sultai last week, and that was like they just had enough interaction, and then they just would play like an Oculus or something that I wasn't fast enough at answering. And there's certainly draws that can lose to that, but I think that matchup might not actually be that bad. So I'll keep playing this deck, and I'll keep seeing what's going on. It's pretty fun as well. It's hard to play because there's so many like choices and tutors and bring creatures back, and which one do you get? And that's not great for me because I'm kind of slow, but I do enjoy that style of play. And by playing black instead of blue, we can get a lot more interaction, which makes us better just in general against the field. So yeah, I think this deck is pretty good, and I'm gonna keep playing it and see if I can refine it and make it even better. So that's it for me. Thanks for checking this out, and I will be back with something else soon. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. All right, thanks.